Hello? Thank you. Bye, Mommy. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Guys.
Hello, hello. Yeah, I got it.
Don't watch out. Move.
You getting up there, Matt?
So am I.
Hi everybody, how you doing?
Guys.
I just wanted to say on behalf of Ocean Way, we want to welcome you. When we set out to do something with this facility, we wanted to make it something that would be something the whole community could enjoy. So we're extremely happy and proud to be able to welcome Discovery Academy for the Miracle Worker.
I'd like to welcome you also. We had a show here on Friday night, and all the parents were thrilled with this venue. If you went into our past shows and you sat out there with the bugs and the heat and the noise, and also inclement weather coming in within a half hour, we have to cancel the show and you have to come back here the next night, to also have inclement weather. So this really is a blessing for all of us to be able to be here in air conditioning, no bugs, none of that. And it's wonderful, and I have to thank Matt for introducing us to the building, and also for Pastor Dan, who is the pastor here, who is permitting us to have this here. Tonight we're doing the Miracle Worker. I was going to do another show. I was going to kind of do a musical, but then we started reading this, and everyone got so into Helen Keller's life and who she was and what she did with it, and how Anne Sullivan helped her overcome all her disabilities. She was deaf, she was blind, and she was mute. So she had all of those obstacles. She was born perfectly fine, but she had an illness when she was a little girl, and the illness caused all of that. And her mother always had a problem dealing with it as well. And the kids all just got into her life and who she was and how she overcame all her obstacles. And they said, we really want to do this. And I said, well, I don't know. Okay, we're going to try. And we did. And as we started going more and more into it, they got into the lives. They got into Helen Keller. They got into Mr. Keller and the whole family and all the servants and everything, the time period. And they really enjoyed doing it. And I enjoyed it too. We do have a water pump that should be working, hopefully. It wasn't today, but then we got it to work again for the final scene. We tried to incorporate most of the things from the play. We added a few little things here and there. And I hope you enjoy our show this evening. Thank you.
Wait, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Young Helen Keller, blind, deaf, and mute since infancy, is in danger of being sent to an institution because of her inability to communicate, has left her frustrated and violent. In desperation, her parents seek help from the Perkins Institution, which sends them a half-blind Yankee schoolgirl named Annie Sullivan to tutor their daughter. Despite the Keller's belief that Helen's a little safe, locked up inside that no one can open, Annie believes that there's a potential that lies more for Helen if only she can get through her. Through love, persistence, stubbornness, and cheer, Annie Sullivan gets through Helen's walls of silence in darkness and teaches her to communicate, which brings her out to the world at last. It is night over the Keller homestead. Inside, 3 adults in a bedroom are grouped around a crib in lamplight. They have been through a long vigil, and it shows they're tired and wearing disarranged clothing. One is a young gentlewoman with a sweet girlish face, Kate Keller. The second is an elderly doctor, stethoscope at neck and thermometer in fingers. Lastly is a hardy gentleman in his 40s with chin whiskers, Captain Arthur Keller.
She'll live.
Thank God.
You're a pair of lucky parents. I can tell you now. I thought you wouldn't.
Nonsense. The child is Keller. She has the constitution of a goat. She'll outlive us all.
Yes, especially if some of you Kellers don't get some sleep. I mean you, Mrs. Keller.
You hear, Kitty?
I hear.
I brought up 2 of them, but this is my wife's first. She isn't battle-scarred yet.
Doctor, don't be merely considerate. Will my girl be all right?
Oh, by morning she'll be knocking down Captain Keller's fences again.
Isn't there anything we should do?
Put up stronger fencing, huh?
Just let her get well. She knows how to do it better than we do. Main thing, the fever's gone. These things come and go in infants. Never know why. Call it acute congestion of the stomach and brain.
I'll see you to your buggy, Doctor.
I've never seen a baby more vitality. That's the truth.
Hush, don't you cry now. You've been trouble enough. Call it acute congestion indeed. I don't see what's so acute about a congestion just because it's yours. We'll have your father write an editorial in his paper, The Wonders of Modern Medicine. Men and their battle scars. We women will have to. We'll have to. Helen? Helen? Captain, will you come?
Katie, what's wrong?
She can't see.
What, Katie? She's well. She only needs time to...
Or here, when I screamed, she didn't blink, not an eyelash.
Helen? Helen?
She can't see you.
Helen!
Got you. I'm gonna have to go around. Watch out. She has a voice recorder.
He almost done Martha's eyes out. Almost. It's always almost. No point worrying till it happens, is there?
How does she stand it? Why haven't you seen this Baltimore man? It's not a thing you can let go on and on, like the weather.
The weather here does has permission of me, Arthur. Speak to my father.
Arthur, something ought to be done for that child.
A person congestion? What?
Why, this very famous oculist in Baltimore I wrote you about. What was his name?
Dr. Chisholm.
Yes. I've heard lots of cases of blindness people thought couldn't be cured, he's cured. He just does wonders. Why don't you write to him?
Stop believing in wonders.
I think the captain will write to him soon. Won't you, Captain?
No.
Well, if it's just a question of money, Arthur, now you're Marshal, you have this Yankee money. Might as well.
Not money. The child's been a specialist all over Alabama and Tennessee. If I thought it would do good, I'd have every fool doctor in the country.
I think the captain will write to him.
Katie, how many times can you let them break your heart?
Any number of times.
What child?
If there's at least a chance for her to see, or hear, or...
There isn't. Now I must finish here.
With your permission, Captain, I would like to write.
I said no, Katie.
Why? Writing does no harm, Arthur. Just an itty-bitty letter. To see if he can help
He
her.
can't.
We won't know that to be fact, Captain, until after we write.
Katie, he can't.
Father sends up, that makes it a fact.
You be quiet. I'm badgered enough for you by females by your impudence. Katie, I might as well try to work in a hen yard as in this house.
You really ought to put her away, Father.
What?
Some asylum. It's the kindest thing.
Why? She's your sister, James. Not a nobody.
Half sisters have mentally defective. She can't keep herself clean. It's not pleasant to see about all the time.
Do you dare complain of what you can
This
see?
discussion end. I'll thank you not to broach it again, Ev. Done as much as I can bear. Taken my whole life to it. This house is at 6s and 7s from morning till night of a child. Some attention was paid to Mildred here instead.
Captain, you'll wake her up.
I wasn't peace in this house. I don't care how. But one way we won't have is rushing up and down the country every time someone hears of a new quack. I'm as sensible of this affliction as anyone else. Hurts me to look at the girl.
It wasn't her affliction I meant you to write about, Captain.
Helen, my buttons.
Eyes. She wants the doll to have eyes.
My goodness me, I'm not decent.
Don't worry, Aunt Ev. I'll sew them on again.
Never letting her get any temptation of her mind to.
You be quiet.
What did I say now?
You talk too much.
I was agreeing with you.
Whatever it was, it's a deprived child. The least she can have a little thing she wants.
It's worth a couple of buttons, Kate. Look, this child has more sense than all these men killers.
Nowhere but back to Tewksbury, where children learn to be saucy. Annie, I know how dreadful it was there, but that battle is dead and done with. Why not let us stay buried?
I think God must owe me your resurrection.
What?
He keeps digging up that battle.
Annie, that is not a proper thing to say. It is what I mean.
Yes, but I know what I'd like. What's this child like?
Like?
Well, bright or dull to start off with.
No one knows, and if she is, will you have no patience with this?
Oh, and grown-ups, you have to, Mr. Nagnos. In children, it seems a little precocious. Can I use that word?
Only if you can spell it.
Premature, so I hope at least she's a bright one.
Deaf, blind, mute, who knows? She's like a little safe lock that no one can open. Perhaps there's a treasure inside.
Maybe it's empty too?
Possible. I should warn you she is given to many tantrums.
Well, so might if I believe all I hear. Maybe you should warn them.
Annie, I wrote them note of your history. You'll find yourself among strangers who know nothing of it.
Well, we'll keep them in a state of blessed ignorance.
Perhaps you should tell them,
Why? I have enough trouble with people who I don't know.
so they will understand when you have trouble.
The only time I have trouble is when I'm right. Is it my fault so often?
Annie, be humble. It is not if you have so many offers to pick and choose.
I hope I won't need their pity.
But we can all use some pity. So you are no longer a pupil. We throw you in the world a teacher, if the child can be taught. No one expects you to work miracles even for $25 a month. Now in this envelope, a loan for the railroad, which you will repay me back once you have a bank account. But in this box, a gift with our love. I think other friends were ready to say goodbye.
Mr. Nagnos, dear Mr. Nagnos, well, what should I say? I'm an ignorant, opinionated girl, and everything I am, I owe you.
That is only half true, Annie.
Which half? I crawled in here like a drowned rat. I thought I died when Jimmy died, that I'd never again come alive. While you say with love so easily, and I haven't loved a soul since, and I suppose I never will. But this place gave me more than my eyes back, or taught me how to spell, which I'll never learn anyway. With all the fights and trouble I've been here, taught me what help is, and how to live again, and I don't want to say goodbye.
They will not see you.
Annie,
Here, Ben.
there's a present we brought you. A going away present.
Oh, now you shouldn't have.
We did. Where's the present?
Don't go away, Annie. I have it. Everybody, should I open it?
Everyone be quiet. Do, Annie. She's opening it. Is it open?
It's open.
It's for your eyes, Annie. Miss Hawkins says your eyes hurt since the operation. You're going where the sun is fierce.
I'm putting them on now.
Don't go, Annie, where the sun is fierce.
Do they fit all right?
Oh, they fit just fine.
Are they on? Are they pretty?
My eyes feel hundreds of percent better already. And pretty. Why? Do you know how I look in them? Splendiloquent, like a racehorse?
There's another present we got for Helen, too. We took up the collection by it, and Louis dressed it.
It's beautiful.
Now don't forget to give that to Helen from us.
I promise it'll be the first thing I give her. If I don't keep it for myself, that is. You know I can't be trusted with dolls.
Don't go to her, Annie.
Sandy, dear, I don't want to go.
Then why are you going?
Because I'm a big girl now, and big girls have to earn a living. It's the only way I can. But if you don't smile for me first, what I'll just have to do is
What?
put you in my suitcase instead of this doll and take you to Helen in Alabama.
Come, children, we must get the trunk into her carriage and Annie into her train, or no one will come to Alabama. Come.
Where are we going, Annie?
Jimmy,
Where are we going?
I said I'm taking care of you. Forever and ever.
Annie Sullivan, age 9, birthday blonde. James Sullivan, age 7. What's the matter with your legs, son?
Forever and ever.
Can't he walk without that crutch? Girl to the women's ward, George City.
Annie, Annie, don't let them take me. Annie!
Coming.
Let Mr. Jimmy go out by himself. You've been poking at that gun all day. You ought to rest your feet.
I can't wait to see her, Benny.
Maybe she ain't gonna be on this train either.
Maybe she is.
And maybe she ain't.
And maybe she is. Where's Helen?
She's around the corner sticking around. She knows something funny is going on.
We'll tell her she can have supper as soon as Mildred's in bed. And tell Captain Keller dinner will be trifle delayed tonight.
Again?
I don't think you need to say again. Simply delayed will do.
I mean, that's what she's gonna say. What? Again?
Yes, we're expecting someone. Someone for my Helen. Oh dear, this was cleaned on an hour ago. Here, for a while I'm gone. One peppermint drop won't spoil your supper.
Jimmy,
Sir,
you don't dress for anything useful, boy.
I'm not. It's from Miss Sullivan.
Needn't keep holding up that porch. We have wooden posts for that. I see if the strawberry plants were moved this evening.
I'm moving Mrs. Keller to the station.
Mrs. Keller, must you always speak yours? You'll be a mental lady.
Mother, I said mother.
Captain,
Evening.
we're off to meet the train. Dinner will be trifle delayed tonight.
What, again?
With your permission, Captain.
She's gone. My son and I don't get along. No one likes me. And supper's delayed. Here, I brought you some candy. One nibble of sweets can't do any harm.
Captain Keller, now how am I going to get her to eat her supper? You filled her up with that trap.
Tend to your work.
Miss Sullivan. Here, at last. I've been on train so many days, I thought they must be backing up every time I dozed off.
I'm James Keller.
James? I had a brother, Jimmy. Are you Helen's?
Half of it. You're to be Helen's.
I need to try.
They look like half of Helen's. Miss Keller, Miss Sullivan.
We've met every train for 2 days.
I changed trains every time I stopped. The man who sold me that ticket ought to be tied to the tracks.
You have a trunk, Miss Sullivan?
Yes. You live far from town, Mrs. Keller?
Only a mile.
Well, I suppose it can be 1 more mile. But don't be surprised if we get out to push the horse.
Yes, Helen's been waiting for you too. There's been such a bustle in the house. She's expecting something. Heaven knows what. I expected a desiccated spinster. You're very young.
You should have seen me when I left Boston. I got much older on this trip.
What will you try to teach her first?
First, last, and in between language.
Language.
Language is to the mind what light is to the eye. Dr. Howe said that.
Language. We can barely get the child to sit still. Despite your years, you have such confidence. Do you inside?
No, to be honest, I'm a mistake. He's a baby's rattle.
Don't be. We'll try our best to make you at home. Don't think of us as strangers, Miss Annie.
Oh, strangers aren't so strange to me. I've known them all my life.
Captain Keller! Captain Keller! They're coming! She sure enough came, Captain!
Welcome to Ivy Green, Miss Sullivan. I take it you are Miss Sullivan?
Miss Sullivan, Captain Keller.
Captain, how do you do?
A pleasure to see you at last. I trust you had an agreeable journey?
Oh, I had several. When did this country get so big?
Where'd you like the trunk, Father?
Where Miss Sullivan could get it, I imagine.
Miss Annie, we put you in the back corner. If there's any breeze at all this summer, you'll feel it.
And the suitcase?
I'll have the suitcase, thanks.
Not all. I have it, Miss Sullivan.
I like it.
Miss Sullivan, you'll find in the South Week.
Let me.
The woman is the
I have something in it for Helen. Thank you. When do I see her?
There is Helen. Well?
She's very rough, Katie.
I like her, Captain.
Certainly a particular kind of women in the North. How old is she?
Oh, well, she's not in her teens, you know.
She's only a child? What's her family like shipping her off alone this far?
I don't know. She was very close-mouthed about many things.
Why does she wear those glasses? I like to see a person's eyes when I
She's
talk.
blind.
Blind?
Yes, she had 9 operations on her eyes, one just before she came here.
Blind? Good heavens, do they expect one blind child to teach another? Has she experience at least? How long did she teach there?
She was a pupil.
Katie, this is her first position?
She was valedictorian.
The house full of grown-ups can't cope with a child. How when an inexperienced, half-blind needy schoolgirl manager?
Granted privilege, I have 2 of them to look after.
You look after those strawberry plants.
Nothing I say is right.
Why say anything? Don't be long, Captain. Dinner will be ready right away.
Oh, no, not the drawers. All right, Miss O'Sullivan, let's begin with doll. D. O. L. L.
You spell pretty well. Find out some shit what she is. What is it, a game?
An alphabet.
Alphabet?
For the deaf.
You think she knows what she's doing? She imitates everything. She's a monkey.
She's a bright little monkey, all right.
Just like that alphabet, Miss Sullivan. You did to yourself.
Spanish monks underrated. Vowel silence, which I wish you would take. Cake from Washington. It's the best I can do. C. A. K. E. D. O. L. 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 Imitate now, understand later. Enter the first list.
She's fallen.
Little girl, I must tell you, your brother will be going, eh?
Breakfast ready?
You see, Miss Annie, she's accustomed to helping herself to anything she
Yes,
eats.
but I'm not accustomed to it.
No, of course not. Vinny,
Jimmy, give her something to quiet her.
letter this time, Miss Sullivan. It's the only way we get any adult conversation. If my sons have marriage subscription, I'll get you number.
I have a play date.
Miss Sullivan, one play there's currently a matter of struggle with a private child about. Now kindly do as I...
Oh, I have more of a heroic issue myself.
No, I really must insist you... Now she's hurt herself.
No, she hasn't.
Will you please let her hands go?
Miss Annie, please, you don't know the child well enough yet. She'll keep...
I know an ordinary ginger well enough, and I've got a spoiled child.
Miss Sullivan, get up on more understanding of your people to get them pitying you. Now kindly do it.
Pity? For this tyrant, the whole world turns on her limbs. Is there something she wants she doesn't get? I'll tell you what I pity. That the sun won't rise and set for her all her life, and you're willing to tell her it will. What good will pity do you when you're under strawberries, Captain Keller?
Kate, for love of heaven, will you?
Miss Annie, please, I don't think it serves to lose our...
It does you good, that's all. It's better to not feel sorry for her than teach her anything better, isn't it?
I fail to see where you've taught her anything yet, Miss Sullivan.
I'll begin now if you leave the room.
Leave us, everyone leave. Miss Sullivan, you're only here to pay teacher. Nothing more, and not to lecture.
I cannot teach you 6 years of pity if you can't stand up to one tantrum. Old Stonewall indeed, Mrs. Scott. You promised me help.
And indeed, I truly want to.
You're leaving with her. Now!
Will you come outside with me, please?
Out, please!
This cover girl, presumes, I tell you, have a mind to ship her back to Boston before the week's out. You can inform her so from me.
Captain...
She's a hireling. Now, I want it clear. Unless there's a complete change in manner, she goes back on the next train. Will you make that quite clear?
What will you be doing when I'm making that quite clear?
At the office.
I thought we said he was exceptionally intelligent. I've been saying it for years.
To his face, or will you take it, Jimmy, as a flag?
What am I making this, Kate? It's noontime. Dinner's coming. I haven't got to breakfast this morning.
I can't wait out here a minute longer. Kate, why? I want to lock the news too.
I'll tell the captain you called.
Say what you like, Kate, but that child is a Keller. I need to remind you that all the Kellers are cousins to John Robert E. Lee. I don't know who that girl is.
What?
The only Sullivan I've heard of. From Boston, too. And I'd think twice before locking her up that kind. Is that not wrong?
Okay.
Come here, Miss Kate. I'll go back to the pit.
This child never gives me a minute.
Yes, this one's an angel family. No doubt about that.
What happened?
She with a spoon. Herself. And she folded her napkin.
My Helen folded her napkin?
The room's a wreck, but her napkin is folded. I'll be in my room, Mrs. Keller.
My Helen folded her napkin?
Presley.
This line, there.
pushing it to the dead house. Annie, does it hurt to be dead?
There are schools. There are schools outside. There are schools that use Bible to you. To read and write. There are schools outside where there are schools.
You ain't going to school, are you, Annie? When I grow up. You ain't either, Annie. You're going to stay here to take care of me. I'm going to school when I grow up. You said we'd be together forever and ever and ever. I'm going to school when I grow up. Annie!
Goodbye, Annie.
Write me when you learn how.
Don't tell anyone you came from here. Don't tell anyone. Yeah, don't tell anyone you came from here. Don't tell anyone.
It hurts, Annie, to be dead forever.
Immortal nature. Chance is smaller, but with a smaller chance, they go to stuff that's different for them. For her. And if black people go and live with us, towards the valuable body.
Katie, I will not have it. Now, do not see when that girl after supper tonight went to look for Helen in her room.
No.
The child practically climbed out of her window to escape from her. What kind of teacher is she? I thought I seen her at worse this morning, shouting at me, but I come home to find the entire house is organized by her. Helen won't stay 1 second in the same room, won't let herself be bathed or put to bed, or even really whining now. And the end result is that you have to do more than before we hired this girl's services. From the moment she stepped off the train, she's been nothing but a burden. Incompetent, impertinent, ineffectual, immoral.
Not an effectual captain. Helen did fold her napkin.
What man's name so extraordinary about folding a napkin?
It's more than you did, Captain.
Katie, I did not bring you all the way out here to the garden house to be frivolous. Now, how does Miss Sullivan propose to suggest blind people who won't let her even touch her?
I don't know.
The fact is, today she scuttled any chance she ever had of getting along with a child. If you see any point or purpose in letting her stay here longer, it's more than
what you wish me to do.
I want you to give her notice.
I can't.
Then if you won't, I must. I simply will not. Miss Sullivan.
Captain Keller, Bonnie said I'd find you both out here. I thought we should have a talk.
Yes. Well, come in, Katie.
Captain.
I want first to make my position clear to Mrs. Keller in private. I decided I am not satisfied with the manner in which...
Excuse me, is this little house ever news?
In the hunting season, Miss Sullivan, if you'll give me your attention. I have tried to make allowances for you, because you come from part of a country where people are women. I should say, come from who? Well, who? Allowances must be made. I've decided, Miss Sullivan, I find it difficult to talk to you through these glasses.
Of course.
Why do you wear them? Sun's been down for an hour.
Any kind of light hurts my eyes.
Put them on, Miss Sullivan. I've decided to give you another chance.
To do what?
To remain in our employ. But on 2 conditions. I am not accustomed to rudeness in servants or in women. That's first. If you're to say there must be a radical change in manner.
In whose?
Yours, young lady. Isn't it obvious? And second, that you persuade me there's the slightest hope of you teaching a child who flees from me not like the plague to anyone else she can find in this house.
There isn't.
What, Miss Annie?
It's hopeless here. I can't teach a child who runs away.
Then, do I understand you?
Well, if we all agree it's hopeless, the next question is
I am not agreed. I think you underestimate Helen.
I think everybody else here does.
Helen learns. She learns. Did you know at 6 months old, Helen said water? Not really. Wawa. Wawa. But she knew what it meant. And at 6 months old, I've never seen a child so bright or outgoing.
She's changed.
Please, Miss Annie, put up with it. And with us.
Us?
Please, Miss Annie, like the lost lamb in the parable.
Mrs. Keller, I don't think Helen's worst handicap is blindness or deafness. I think it's your love and pity.
Now what does that mean?
All of you here feel so sorry for her. You've kept her like a pet. Why even a dog you housebreak? No wonder she runs away.
Before you came here, we spoke of putting her in an asylum.
What kind of asylum?
For mental defectives.
I visited there. I can't tell you what I saw. People like animals and rats in the halls, and what are we to do if you give up?
Give up?
You said it was hopeless.
Give up? Why? I only saw today what has to be done to begin. I want complete charge of her.
You already have that. Is resulted in...
No, I mean day and night. She has to be dependent and listen to me.
For how long?
As long as it takes. I packed half of my things already.
Miss Sullivan,
Captain, it meets both your conditions.
and what's your intention if I say no? Pat the other half and abandon your charge to
The asylum? I grew up in such an asylum. The state's almshouse. Rats, why? My brother Jimmy and I used to play with the rats because we didn't have toys.
Oh dear.
No, it made me strong. But I don't think you need to send Helen there. She's strong enough.
Miss Annie, where will you take Helen?
Oh, Italy?
What?
Can't have everything. How about this little house, dude? Bring her here after a long ride and you can furnish it. You can see her every day as long as she doesn't know.
Captain,
Why must she depend on you for the food she eats?
I want control of it.
Why?
It's a way to reach her.
You intend to starve her into letting you touch her?
She won't starve, she'll learn. All's fair in love and war, Captain Keller. You ever cut supplies?
This is hardly a war.
Well, a siege is a siege.
Miss Sullivan, do you like the child?
Do you?
you can have a servant here.
I'll have enough trouble with Helen. But that boy Percy could sleep here and run errands.
The boy Percy could sleep here. I think. Captain?
I have not yet consented to Percy, or to the proposal, or to Miss Sullivan staying on what... Very well, I consent to everything. For 2 weeks. I'll give you 2 weeks in this place, and it'll be a miracle if you can get the child to tolerate you.
2 weeks? Can you get anything done in 2 weeks, Miss Annie?
Anything or not, 2 weeks. Then the child comes back to us. Make up your mind, Miss Sullivan. Yes or no?
2 weeks. I'll get her to tolerate me.
I can't understand it. I had every intention of dismissing that girl. Not setting her up like an empress.
That's what's her secret, sir.
Secret?
That enables her to get anything out of you when I can't.
She does not get anything.
Don't.
Captain?
He's afraid. What does he want out of me?
My God, don't you know everything you forgot when you forgot my mother?
What? Katie, don't mind Woody.
Captain, I'm proud of you.
For what?
For having that girl what she needs.
Why can't my son be? He can't bear me. You think I treat him as well as this girl does Helen?
Perhaps you do.
But he has to learn some respect.
Do you like the child?
I've always wanted to live in a doll's house. Does she know where she is?
We voted her out in the country for 2 hours.
For all she knows, she could be in another town.
That's her sign for me.
I know. For 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Please be very good to her, Miss Annie. Be
I will.
very good to her.
I will. 2 weeks. What have I gotten myself into now? How? How do I... Percy! Percy! Percy, you awake? How'd you like to play a nice game of Helen? What? Beside the bed. Catch your hand.
Let me go. She can't talk. She gonna hit me.
She can't talk if only she knew. She makes letters. See? See? How would you like to learn one Helen doesn't know? M I L K. This is M I. That's an easy one. No, why should I talk to you? I'm teaching Percy a new word. L K. So I'm back in touch with you. M I L K. Kirsty, find your sleep. M-O-T-H-E-R.
Can we go get Helen?
Sure.
Let her come.
You said we'd be together forever and ever and ever.
But that battle's dead and done with. Why not let us stay buried?
I think God must owe me a resurrection.
What?
And I owe God one. Forever and ever. Forever and ever. You said forever and ever. Ever.
Miss Sullivan, I've been waiting to give you this.
What is it?
Your first month's salary.
Please say grace, Jimmy.
The path of a righteous man is beset on iniquities and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed who is joy his brother keeper and the finder of lost children. And I strike down upon him with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And they will know that my name is the Lord when I lay my fingers upon them. Amen.
That's a very strange grace.
Will you start the muffins, Ev?
It's from Ezekiel.
Well, of course. Didn't you know?
This I knew.
Ham, Miss Annie?
Yes. Then why ask?
I meant it's from Ezekiel and therefore fitting grace.
Well, I don't know about that. There's a lot of things in Ezekiel that I would care to hear just before anything.
Miss Annie.
Nothing.
Pickles on edge?
Oh, I should say so. You know my opinion of your
I didn't grow nearly enough last summer. This year I intend to. Miss Annie, please. It's a very special day.
It will be when I give in to Dad.